Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Let's see, where is it from? From Documented. 5 revelations from our new expose on how Scientology abuses immigrant labor. Dated September 11th, 2022. This summary about how the Church of Scientology abuses a religious visa designation to exploit foreign workers was featured in Documented's early arrival newsletter. You can subscribe to receive it in your inbox 3 times per week here. As our exclusive expose published last week revealed, the Church of Scientology leaders have recruited thousands of people from foreign countries into the U.S., have recruited thousands of people, to include children. Let's not forget the children. Children are people from foreign countries into the U.S. Kind of sounds like trafficking, through its abuses of the R1 visa program. This strategy has never been fully scrutinized until our year-long investigation. Here are 5 revelations from the new report that uncovers how Scientology aggressively used the visa program and created a pool of thousands of exploited laborers. You guys do realize the majority of who they're talking about are children. 1. The workers. Is it religious or is it workers? The workers were coached about what to say during their visa interviews. Just like Jan Eastgate coached the little girl to say she didn't get SA'd by her stepfather. When Attila Sonakali was recruited at age 21, he was getting as many as 5 calls a day from Scientology officials, otherwise known as harassment, urging him to come work for the organization in the U.S. on an R1 visa. He finally agreed. Sonakali saw that what he'd been instructed to tell the consulate that he'd been performing religious duties, there we go, as a minister, was a lie. Immigration services. Isn't that a federal crime? Immigration services, isn't that a federal crime? 2. After they arrived in the U.S., they had their passports, visas, and other travel and identifying documents taken by church officials. Let's say that again. Passports were taken. Passports were taken. That's trafficking. 2. After they arrived in the U.S., they had their passports, visas, and other travel and identifying documents taken by church officials. Church officials, prestigious executives. You are now truly an undocumented person, says David Spalding. Wow, they do that from the get-go. Wow. Like government officials never knew what was going on, right? Hello. Who spent 23 years as an immigration officer. You do not exist. You can't go to the police, not that the police would help anyways. You can't talk to a social services person, not like they would help anyways. You can't buy milk. We own you. We own you. We own you. It reminds me of that Eminem song. Must be conspiracy. 3. In response to the allegations, Karen Powell, her again. Karen Powell, Powell. A spokesperson for Scientology said by email the Church of Scientology strictly complies with U.S. immigration policies. Lies. Powell said, adding that the sources our reporter spoke to were engaged in a coordinated and premeditated conspiracy to level false allegations. Ooh, that sounds like Hubbard talk. Narc speak. 4. Scientology has successfully defended itself in court against allegations of worker abuse before. Well, hey, money does anything, doesn't it? I mean, child labor, indentured servitude by the adults that you traffic from other countries. I mean, someone's got to pay those police officers' salaries and overtime hours, right? City of Los Angeles, they need that money, so they can... What's that called? So they can get bigger houses or whatever. Oh boy. In 2009, Mark and Claire Headley, a married American couple who spent more than a decade in Scientology Sea Org, sued the church for human trafficking. They claimed the organization had stolen their wages. Yeah, they didn't win. Just like Rinder never went to court. And what was it, Rathburn? Him and his wife, they abandoned their lawsuit. I don't know, Forced them into manual labor. They really should have brought up that they were children. I don't know why they didn't. Isn't that weird? And forced Claire to abortiate 2 pregnancies. The case was dismissed. The case was dismissed. The case was dismissed. A more recent and still unsettled lawsuit from 3 former Scientology members alleges violations of laws against trafficking, forced labor, peonage, and conspiracy. 5. Federal inspectors can further investigate and potentially bring justice for these victims. Hello? A coordinated program to bring in foreign workers in the ways the former Scientologists describe would be enough for federal investigators to open a fraud inquiry, says Michael Wilds, an immigration expert who served as a federal prosecutor in Brooklyn for years. Read the full investigation about how the Church of Scientology abuses a religious visa designation to exploit foreign workers by Kevin T. Dugan. Undocumented here. Man, I'm just finding so much stuff. I'm going to have to take a break today at some point, but I've found so much more articles I want to read. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.